I had a problem where I was gonna be like our top 15, and then I was like, top 15 sounds stupid. I'm just gonna say our top games.
What is the top 15?
Yeah, so-
We'll do our top 18 for 2018. Okay.
I hate you, Ryan. I hate you so much. He said, what's up, people? It is 2019. This time last year, I built my serious MLG PC. And at the time, I didn't think I was going to be playing any games. I'm going to be a PC gamer now. Yeah, right. We'll see. um, but in fact, this has been one of my biggest gaming years ever. I think I never played so many games, whether I wanted to or not. I had no choice. With the Super Saiyan computer, had to take it to the next level. Of course, I did not just play all the games myself, because that would be weak. Here to help me out, narrow it down the top games I played last year is Zombob chilling robbery. What's going on, Zombob?
What's up, man? What's up?
So here are top games from 2018.
You playing?
So first up, we had Cluster Trek. Cluster Trek came out. It was made by developers Landfall Games and publishers of Tiny Build. So those were some fun publishers. And then came out originally in 2016. Just because we played them in 2018 doesn't mean they came out. We take it to the next level. It came out. It's out on Microsoft Windows, Mac, Linux, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, whatever system you have, we got you. Cluster Truck, the player controls a character from a first-person view. They jump onto moving lines of trucks, avoiding obstacles, and trucks pile up and crash to reach the goal at the end of the level. So yeah, what was your thoughts on Cluster Truck, Rob? What's your thoughts on that?
Cluster truck. It was definitely a surprise game for sure. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of like a game. It looked kind of interesting, fun, and random. And I was like, man, let's see if Rob can hype into this. And for a game that's literally just jumping on trucks, we had a lot of fun playing this. And we actually ended up beating this game. I ended up, putting in the serious work, defeating the truck boss, King. I don't know what he is.
I mean, that last boss was extremely difficult.
I think I took like 2-3 days to beat the boss. And, eventually my hip-hop skills won. So, that's how I do it. So, yeah. Next up, we have Cuphead. Developed and published by Studio MDHR. Came out September 29th, 2017. It's on Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, and Mac OS. Cuphead is a single-player or co-op game where the main characters, Cuphead and his brother Bugman, fight through several levels that include boss fights to repay their debt to the devil. So yeah, it's kind of just like your standalone platform game that has like these cool Mickey Mouse graphics. It's like and me and Rob originally saw this at what was it, PAX?
Yeah, we saw that PAX.
And we were like, "Oh, look at this game! Oh, Cuphead! Oh, it looks so
we decided
so
to try
tight.
it, so we waited in line for it.
Waited in line for it. We're like, let's go, Rob.
You are
And
not
then we hop
MLG.
on. Instant death. And we're like, maybe we're just doing something wrong. Let's find a new level.
I'm like, why are we so bad?
Instant death. And we just kept struggling and struggling. Now, Cuphead is a really tricky game because you see it at first glance and you're like, yo, anyone could play this game. But in reality, it is an extremely tough game. You have any other thoughts going on that?
Yeah, it's extremely hard. We couldn't even beat the game.
Yeah, we didn't get really far in this game. I was thinking about it though. What Cuphead does do good, being so hard, it kind of brings you back to like original Super Nintendo games, and all those games were hard.
Yeah.
And there was no difficulty change, so it's fair for how hard it was, I guess, because it brings you back to the old hard times. And I definitely had those whole old hard times playing it and just dying nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, and they gave you lives and a chance to save your friend if you do co-op.
Yeah, that's the only reason why we were able to cheat our way through the game. But
Yeah,
even then, man, we still could not. We put so many hours.
yeah,
We'll probably come back to this. I'm trying to. We're gonna beat this
we
year.
did like a boss a night, but after a while, it got too hard. We couldn't even beat the game.
Yeah, I don't know. People say it's easier solo. I don't see how. Next up we have is Unravel. Developers, Coldwood Interactive, and publishers Electronic Arts. EA. Get in the game. Uh, came out February 9th, 2016. A single-player game where the player plays as Yarny, a small creature made of yarn. The player navigates through environments using the unraveling yarn which makes up Yarny to solve puzzles, avoid dangerous creatures, and traverse the obstacles. Yeah, so like this game looked really cool. I mean, it's a cool platform. We played a lot of fun platformers last year that look really cool. Um, honestly though, this game I don't even know. I put this on the list because Rob put it on his top list, and you know I started falling asleep playing this game because some of the music was killing me.
Yeah, it's super chill game.
I mean, it is a nice chill game to play for sure. Um, and then the new one came out this year, or wait, 2018 year. And yeah, man, uh, definitely could be fun playing co-op more. At least you have more excitement trying to clown on each other and get through the puzzles. Um, but I don't know, man. Like the music, and I didn't really understand Scottish like music and the story were killing me, and I didn't really understand. You know, it was like, oh, flashback.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all that, but I mean, the game looks great though.
Graphically, it looks pretty clean though.
Yeah, and like the puzzles are pretty cool.
Hmm.
And did you beat it?
I did beat this game. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I didn't see how it ended or anything.
Yeah, I don't really remember either,
But
which
yeah,
tells
man,
you how
just
great it was.
looking at this gameplay, like I haven't even seen this.
Next up, we have Zombie U.
Zombie.
Developers of Ubisoft Montpellier, which is I think they're the Canada French campus, and publisher Ubisoft, came out November 18th, 2012 originally. Was out on the Wii U originally, and then came to Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. The player assumes control of a human survivor amid a 2012 zombie apocalypse featuring a permadeath system. It uses the Wii U gamepad extensively to scan the environment and maintain the survivor's inventory. Yeah, so this was a very interesting game.
Yeah, we played it on Wii U.
It's in. We did not play it on Wii U. Why are you lying to
I
the
said if we did.
Oh, if we did.
We
Oh.
talked about the gamepad, but we played it on Xbox.
We played it on Xbox, yes. Of course, you know, Rob is a zombie fanatic, so he had to get through this with his zombie horror skills. And I know he has a lot of good feelings on this game. What were your feelings about this game, Rob?
The game was very hard. The zombie game. The zombies took a lot of hits
Mhm.
to take them down, and I think you could take a few hits, but the thing that kind of sucks is just like once your character dies, you respawn as a new character, and then in order to retrieve your stuff, you have to go back to your character. When your character is a zombie, if you get killed by a zombie, so you'd have to take them out to get your stuff back. But I mean, there was plenty of times where I got stuck in a spot which was really hard, and I had a lot of good weapons and stuff, and then I die, and I try to get my stuff back, but then I die in the process, so then I just lose all my gear.
Yeah, it was really cracking me up watching uh Rob go through this, especially when you know he had to go back to his body, and I'm just like I don't know how he would. And then weird things we saw a lot of weird like glitches and stuff happen that were killing us, and then Rob would be like my body disappeared, and we'd be like oh we so now he has no items, and somehow he has to progress through the game through magic. Like I don't even.
I lost so many good stuff. I'd be like, oh yeah, let me get it back, and then I
Yeah,
died.
I don't know what he was trying to do sometimes.
Like the exploding zombie, like when I was lockpicking, and then remember that?
Yeah.
There was something off screen. We're like, what is that?
Yeah.
It turned out to be an exploding zombie, which killed me.
Yeah, it's no Resident Evil classic, I don't think, but it was still fun. I like the idea of it.
But the worst thing was at the very end of the game, we're like about to win the game. Like the game is almost over, and then like I got killed at the last second, and because of that, like the game glitched, and then there was no way to beat the game.
Yeah, that was by far the funniest moment, but also the most terrible moment of the game. And which is why we know this is why you put this at the bottom of your top list. Yeah, that's a terribly bad bug for the game, and I don't know why they've never fixed it. But
So yeah, that was extremely disappointing.
that's probably why we really like. It was pretty decent zombie game for most part. But yeah, the biggest letdown was not being able to beat the game because of some weird glitch that they haven't been able to fix over 5 systems.
Yeah, that
Like
was.
I don't understand.
Oh man.
So we got a very serious game. Overcooked. Developers, Ghost Town Games. Publishers, Team 17. Originally coming out in August 2016 on the 2nd, and it was out on Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. In a co-op experience, players control a number of chefs in kitchens filled with various obstacles and hazards to rapidly prepare meals to specific orders under a time limit. Now, this was extremely fun game.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, man.
And no coincidence that, man, this was really crazy. Like, we played this way before. I didn't even know the second one was coming out. And and in 2018, the second one came out, which is another game we definitely need to hop on at some point. But we killed this first one. I feel like 99%. We literally, I think we're on the last level when we played this game.
Yeah, the last boss was just way too hard.
But it's really fun going through this game and doing teamwork stuff and trying to come up with the best strategy that makes logical sense and yelling at each other.
Yeah,
And
and somehow when you need, because you need like stars and stuff to like progress, and somehow we'd go back to a level like that we didn't even do well on, and somehow
Yeah.
we'd be able to, do very well on it.
Yeah, it's just really hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to
Like
come up
over
with,
time, we gained more skills, and we actually felt like we were gaining skills in the
yeah,
game.
we'd have to come up with like a plan to be like, yeah, you focus on this, I'll focus on this, and
Yeah.
like somehow,
I've never felt more like a chef in my entire life, and man, like I felt like I was Chef Ramsay all day.
yeah, because you got a time limit, you got to crunch, crunch, crunch as fast as you can.
Yeah, yeah. It was just ridiculously fun, and
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I wish, yeah, I can't wait to eventually try to play the second one of this. And yeah, I mean, while I think there is online co-op in the new one, this was way more fun when you're all in the same room yelling at each other. Obviously. Next up we have is Detective Pikachu. Developers, Creatures Inc. Publishers, Nintendo, the Pokemon Company. Originally came out March 23rd, 2018. Only on Nintendo 3DS. This game is a spin-off of the Pokemon franchise in which the player works with a talking Pikachu to solve mysteries. So yeah, this is just like a fun little DS game that, honestly, I was hyped because it was Pikachu. And, anything Pikachu, instantly +5 regardless. But then, I actually had fun in this game. Like, some of the music was kind of dope. And, the tracks were, I would clown with the music a lot in this game. And, what's it called? It's a very unique game. Like, I really like these very unique Pokemon games that aren't this standard,
Yeah, run of the mill. Like,
be the master.
gotta catch them all.
Yeah, like I have a
Pokemon
lot.
Master every time.
I have a lot of fun when it's just not basic. Be the Pokemon master. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, there might have been some times where some of the puzzles kind of got a little annoying, but I mean, mostly I had a lot of fun. And oh yeah, obviously Christopher Robin. That was the biggest letdown. The main character being this plain dude. He's probably the most boringest part in the game. But his name is Tim in the game. So, because his name's Tim and my name's Tim, it's just, it's like real life. Every day I talk to my Pikachu, which is my alter ego brain. And, and I just have fun clowning. And then, yeah, it's just very unique. And of course, it was so good that a movie's coming out. So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that it's just amazing if something like that can happen. But yeah, what were your thoughts on this game? I mean, you mostly watched me play.
Yeah, I mostly watched. It's pretty cool. Like, it's just very unique for a Pokemon game. Like, they don't have anything else like it. And like, it's pretty neat. It's cool that you get to like explore and stuff. But yeah, some of the segments, were pretty slow
Some
from
of the puzzle
watching.
segments were very struggling.
Because like watching you run around, like trying to find out
But the story
what to
was
do.
extremely interesting in this game. Also, that's another thing. At first you're like, okay, whatever, this is interesting, and then it's like, okay, I'm about to quit. Wait, what is this very interesting story going on? And then you're like, kind of sucked in by the story. And then I really like the way this game ended. I'd be interested to see if the movie ends the same way. I don't see how it would. I really hope they come out with another one, even on the Switch. That'd be dope. Like another like full-fledged one. That'd be sick. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Really dope game from last year. Next up, we have one of our top favorites from last year. A Way Out.
Oh yeah, way out, man.
Developers, Hazellight Studios. Publisher, EA. Electronic Arts. Came out March 23rd, 2018. Was out on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. An action-adventure game played in third person specifically designed for split-screen co-op. Players control Leo and Vincent, two convicted prisoners who must break out of prison and stay on the run from authorities. So yeah, this was, wow, one of the most unique, fresh games in a long time we haven't seen. Me and Rob's favorite thing about this game is the fact that the main developer dude who worked on the game was talking smack about EA.
Don't like it.
Okay.
Impossible. Make sure to play with a friend. That's not a run and gun split screen shooter.
And your friend can play with you
Ah,
for
yeah,
free,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
And this is my idea. It doesn't have anything with the EA shit going on,
Yeah.
with the loot box and stuff.
Okay.
No.
Got it.
Look. I'm going to say to you one thing. EA has been very good to me.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, they're getting, because it's nice to hate EA, blah, blah. I don't care about that shit. What I'm saying is this. All publishers fuck up sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it is. They fuck up.
At the Video Game Awards, talking smack and being like, EA's trash, get out of here. And then he's getting published by them. He's talking smack about this own company that's giving him money. And then his game comes out and it's amazing. Like,
Yeah, it was a
we
lot of
could not
fun.
see that coming.
We couldn't wait for this game to come out. This was we were like, yes, this game's gonna come out. We were super excited to play.
Yeah, the fact that someone can smack talk and still win, that's just amazing, man. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. Again, this is a great couch co-op game. I mean, I'm sure you can play online, but it won't be nearly as fun.
Yeah.
And and the story dragged us in really quickly. Having our own cinematic screens and stuff was really dope, and seeing how they cross over, because it kind of starts off you're both playing your own game, and then you're like, wait, now we're a team. Wait, how? Oh, now it's Prison Break. Oh snaps, what's going on
It's
now?
so cool seeing like you're just two separate characters, two different storylines, and then it's hilarious when we start to see each other and we're just messing around in the background.
Yeah, and then me and Rob love clowning on each other, so we just start trying to mess each other up and do stupid things. Like, this is a great co-op game at all times. Like, I haven't seen any game like this. But yeah, this was an amazing game to come out from a guy who's talking smack from the beginning. This is literally, I think, me and Rob's favorite game of last year. Like,
Definitely our favorite game.
if
from
you
last year.
ignore everything else we say on this, you should at least do yourself a favor and play this game. Like, this is easily number one. There's really not a lot to like. Other things, everything else is super mainstream and basic. This was fresh and amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of action and stuff. A lot of stuff we didn't expect. There's just so many
So
hilarious
many.
parts that we just did not see coming.
A lot of, like, even in the story, we got juked. Like, we thought we got the basic Prison Break story, and then they juke you, you know? So, it's amazing. Like I said, if you don't listen to anything else, please play this game. Easily one of the top games of last year. Okay, so next up we have Tech 3001. Developers, Phoenix Game Studios. Publisher, Bulky Pix. Coming out originally in 2014, April 10th. Is out on Windows, Mac OS, OS X, and Linux. And Tech 3001, I didn't even know this. Tech stands for Tesla Energy Collector. TEC. Tech 3001. You are guiding a cutting-edge technology robot to collect virtual space energy leftovers for humanity. With great graphics and a neat heart-pumping soundtrack, Tech 3001 has what it takes to keep you on the right track. Literally.
Yeah, they do all that extra backstory.
yeah, there's a lot of backstory for a game that's literally just robot racing. Like, if I had to describe this to anybody, it's literally you both play a cyborg and you run and try to race each other. And we've only I don't even know, you can play a single player. I don't know why you would play the single player, just to get your best time.
Yeah.
This is not a single player game. Do not play it single player, but it's an amazing fun couch versus game to clown with. I like to keep Rob on his toes when I pop in new games. That was like probably the biggest thing of making this new computer this year, was Rob had no idea what games I was going to show him. And I was like, yo, you're not ready. This is the new hype. Terminator Racer. That's literally what we described it.
All these random games. I'm like, I don't know what to expect.
This game, we had a lot of fun playing. Me, you, and Lewis, he was on this too, and we kind of raced each other. You just want something quick little fun, head-to-head racing that's really random. Definitely try it out. But honestly, there wasn't a lot to this game other than that.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Gang Beast. The developers are Bone Loaf, and the publishers are Double Fine Presents. And originally coming out December 2017. It came out on Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and PlayStation 4. A multiplayer beat-em-up party game with mascot-like characters, melee fight sequences, and hazardous environments set in the fictional metropolis of Beef City. Interesting backstory.
Beef City, huh?
Yeah, it's all about beef in the Beef City.
Beef or beast?
Beef.
Oh, okay.
Like got beef.
That's even better.
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, so this is a great game. I've seen before at PAX. I've seen a lot in different places, and I've always wanted to play. And when I got a PC, I could finally play it. And man, this is just a really fun party game where you play as just like these weird mascot characters and attack each other and try to knock each other off the map and stuff. And it's
really flimsy.
It's just like, terrible, weird, moving graphics where you move your arms like and flop them around all over the place. And yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. This is a great party game if you got people over your house.
The game was too much fun. It's such the small competitiveness. It's just so goofy and it's just.
Yeah, this is a go-to anytime we have friends over. This is like a go-to classic, just so we could try to beat each other up. It was terrible. There are some terrible maps where no one can win, but it's still always fun. Okay, next up is very pretty much, according to Rob, my original reason why I built my computer. But then I played it for 2 seconds at the beginning of the year, and then didn't look at it for 6 months.
I was like, you got it for this game?
And that is,
I didn't even see it for so long.
And that is VR Chat. VR Chat developers and publishers, VR Chat Inc. Came out originally February 1st, 2017. Only on Windows. It's a game where players interact with others as 3D character models. Players can create their own instances of worlds in which they can interact with each other through virtual avatars. The game gives players the ability to create or import character models from various franchises and adopt them as their personas. So yeah, it's like this fun little chatting game. I saw a video about it randomly at the beginning of last year, which was what increased the hype for it. And I was just like, wait, you can walk around and clown as whatever and just, talk smack to each other. And, that's all I want to do. Honestly, like most games, that's all I want to do is just talk to people and clown. And VR Chat hits all those bars right on the money. And, it's only, and the great thing is, everyone thinks VR Chat, it must require virtual reality or whatever. That like it doesn't require. I honestly play it more non-VR than I do play it in VR. And it's just fun just walking around as a Pikachu and talking smack to people and seeing people's reactions. The biggest highlight of last year when I played it was playing as a Goku Pikachu, where I could summon Vegeta and fight him in the game and shoot Hadoukens at people and stuff. That was a lot of fun. And go Super Saiyan. And yeah, man, it's just so much fun to just go and talk smack and clown. We even found, and there's some really cool like created characters that people make, and then there's things you would never see playing any real game, and then like even worlds like very I showed Rob some scary worlds they have, and people they import models from like every scary game ever, and they're like, oh look, I imported Silent Hill, and I imported House of the Dead, and I imported everything. And you're like, oh damn, this is crazy. So it's really cool to see the unique things that people come up with and the weird ideas people come up with. Obviously, people's biggest problem, obviously, with it is the trollingness that people do. But you just block them and keep it moving, or whatever, right? And just like real life, people are always slops. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and this is still a go-to for me. Anytime I feel like kind of doing something in a game, but not really focusing too much, I'll just hop in a VR chat world and sit there and do real work and clown or whatever, And yeah, what are your thoughts, Rob? You played it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. Like in VR, the VR is very cool. It's just if you haven't tried it, it's really cool because you're like immersed and stuff, and definitely in the game because it's really cool because people just have their own creative like avatars, stuff that like you've like never seen or a lot of characters you have seen. It's just ridiculous what they can do with them, like customizing them and stuff. And like yeah, it's super clowning because you can just go into the lobby of any world or something and just like talk to people like randomly about anything. And, like all you do is see these people talk about nothing, and they're just
Yeah.
laying on the floor and stuff, and
Yeah,
they're just chatting about nothing as
that's what we do in real
as like
life.
some weird anime girl or a space alien or a Pokemon or something. They just sit there and everybody just chats. Like it's just funny because it's just like you just
And then you act like it's normal.
yeah you just chat with people and like nobody and everybody since you don't know who anybody are or
Yeah.
what they look like, you just sit there and chat and everyone's just kind of fun being super goofy.
Yeah,
and
it's a
stuff.
great game for people who have social anxiety also, just because, you're just like, I don't know these people, and I look cool, whatever I look like, whatever, I'm clowning.
Yeah, because it's seeing like a lot of people like you talk to and stuff like they just got off work or something. Now they want to hop in the virtual and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
clown and stuff.
Yeah,
Talk about their day and everybody can just talk smack.
yeah.
So it's just it's a fun game to watch and
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
fun.
Like I said, you can play it in VR, you can play it in desktop. I did buy VR later. Even when I didn't play it at the beginning. I played it for 2 seconds at the beginning of the year. Couldn't figure out how to beat Pikachu, so I quit the game for 6 months. And I come back 6 months later, and then I was like, "Oh, this game's kind of tight." And then I played it for a month, and then I was like, "Man, I want to move my arms." So then I bought the cheapest VR headset, Windows Mixed Reality, you can get. And then I was like, "Cool, now I can move my arms." And then I play in between all the time. VR is fun too, and it's really fun to play in VR because that's the most like it feels like you hanging out in the room in the club, hanging out with random people doing crazy stuff, and that is fun too. But sometimes you just don't want to go full VR. So I mean, they're both fun. Playing it both ways is fun. I really appreciate that it's a VR game that can be played in both platforms. Because I think that's the way, that's the only way popularity will increase in VR. People are always thinking VR is going to be the next big thing. I don't know if it's there yet. That's why they need to keep making sure whatever they come out with, it needs to be played in desktop or regular and, VR. Just like how Resident Evil came out in regular and PlayStation VR. Like everything, when they come out with like something, if you want your killer app to be killer, it has to be playable in both. I think that's the only way.
Yeah, definitely.
So as I'm playing VR chat, I'm learning about VR. I got the VR headset. I'm like, cool. And then everyone's telling me about this game called Beat Saber. Developers and publishers Beat Games. Originally came out May 1st, 2018. is out on Microsoft Windows and later came out on PlayStation VR. A virtual reality rhythm game in which the player slashes blocks representing musical beats with a pair of lightsabers. So, yeah, it's literally, that's the best description ever. So, yeah, it's really fun because, like, you can play, like, some random song and stuff, and then you, like, swinging your arms to the beat, and you feel like you're dancing and doing something cool.
Bring it down now.
And, I mean, in real life, you look ridiculous, but in your brain, you're amazing.
Yeah, but in VR, when
in
it's
VR,
all around
and
you,
the goggles,
it looks amazing.
You feel amazing.
You're just like, yes, I can get into this.
It's so amazing how simple this game is and how addicting it is.
Yeah, because you'll be playing to like
Down to the left now.
like any of your favorite songs. You're just jamming out.
Yeah.
And it's definitely the coolest VR game that we play.
Now, if you are thinking about picking this up and you're thinking about getting a VR game, I definitely would pick this up on a computer if you can on Windows.
If you go to like Beat Saber,
PlayStation, while it's out,
see
they don't
all the
have the
songs
crazy
people made.
mods
These are
that
all,
obviously computer
literally
has.
all this stuff
The
is
computer has
mods
mods that
people
let
add
you
to
like
the game.
import like any song and do whatever, while PlayStation is always going to be limited to copyright stuff and whatever. So if you can pick this up, I would definitely pick it up for computer and just get the music mod and download all the crazy songs you want
True,
and
man.
clown for days. This is easily one of the best VR games I ever seen. That's this only VR. And yeah, honestly, I don't think I've seen a VR game that's only VR that's better than this.
Yeah, I would have played this at PAX.
yeah. Like, like I would say Resident Evil and VR Chat are probably the best VR mixed games I've seen, but they're a mixed platform. But VR only, this game can only be played in VR. I mean, I'm sure someone could make this. I feel like it would, it would be fun maybe in like a Wii game or something with Wii controllers moving your hands and stuff. But I think it's actually cooler
True.
with the VR glasses on top of you. But it could be played with VR. Yeah,
Could definitely see that on the Switch. Huh?
a big problem with this game that we had and I had to figure out a solution for is because you're moving a lot, you're going to be sweating, and now you have this VR headset on your head, and now you're sweating everywhere, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And my solution was I could buy there's temporary pads you can put on your headset, and then, that'll suck up all the sweat, and you can just throw them away or whatever. And that's so far been my best solution. It's still, a struggle issue. But this is still a great game, and
Yeah, just make sure you got ample space around you so you don't hit the table.
yeah.
Because I know we did that a bunch of times.
Obviously, my room is very small, and it's amazing I can play VR all in my room. But I still do it, and you can do it in a small space, but if you can do it in a bigger space, because I'm pretty sure I punched my TV more times than I can count.
Yeah, you just need space, arm space around. That's it.
Yeah, you definitely need some arm space.
1, 2.
So yeah, definitely a great game. Like I said, best VR game of last year. I don't know why people are saying any other VR games even existed last year. VR Chat didn't even come out last year. That's 2017. So I don't even know why anyone would say anything compares to this game. I heard other VR games winning, and I'm like, there's no way. It's just this not only has this one based off gameplay alone. Mass popularity wise, everybody's only heard of this game for VR.
Yeah, I can't even think of
I haven't heard of any other weird VR games before. Come on, get out of here. Stop lying, Video Game Awards. That's all I'm trying to say. Stop lying to the public. So yeah, next we have Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn. Developer Big D's Production. Publisher Mad Dog Games. Originally came out June 5th, 2018. I didn't even know this. It's out on iPhone and iPad, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
You can put this on the iPad?
Yeah, you can play this on the iPad.
Okay.
Shaq returns in the reimagining of Shaq Fu Legend. Players take control of unstoppable Big Diesel as he brawls his way through hordes of Hollywood and hell in classic side-scrolling beat-em-up style. So yeah, it's just your standard kind of beat-em-up platformer game, but you're playing as Shaq, which is great. Immediately as you turn the game on, you hear Shaq's intro track, which already gets you hyped. And it's amazing track from this intro track. And yeah, reading about this game some more when I was looking up information about it, I didn't even know. So basically, it was a Kickstarter game, and then they weren't sure if it was going to come out, and then there was a lot of like battles to get it out, and eventually it did come out, but
Wow, Kickstarter, huh?
yeah, it was a hard Kickstarter game that just like was struggle to get off the surface, but eventually did come out. And yeah, it's based off original Shaq Fu game, which came out in 1995 on Super Nintendo. I didn't even play that. So that's just all amazing right there, you know. But yeah, it's just so fun walking around a shack and clowning. And actually, and then another weird thing I read, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard there's another random game out there that's like Obama Fu, and you walk around as Obama. That makes no sense. That sounds terrible. I don't know what people are doing. But yeah, I had a lot of fun just walking around a shack and beating people up. And then, yeah, the story was funny, and, you know.
Yeah, the dialogue was just hilarious. The bosses and stuff.
The bosses, the way they represented real-life celebrities was hilarious, super hilarious. You know, we're always trying to guess and figure out who they trying to represent and things like that. Yeah, I just had a lot of fun playing this game.
Yeah, I just remember the tracks were were good.
I remember the beats were amazing.
Yeah, and like, yeah, you know, it's a beat 'em up game. I mean, like, we definitely don't play like many of those at all. So I mean,
yeah, and that is not a big genre anymore. That is a good point. Like, people don't make beat 'em up games anymore.
yeah. So it was definitely like it was different, man. But it was a lot of fun.
You know, and I just remember it had the sponsor from Icy Hot. I remember that, like, you don't even hear does Icy Hot even have commercials anymore? Like, I don't even know. I wonder if they had
I don't know. All I've seen, he's like on the general the car insurance or whatever now. That's what Shaq does.
That's what Shaq does.
Yeah, I don't see
It's just so
how
funny to see Shaq just doing anything. So, you know, playing a whole game of Shaq, you can't go wrong. You just can't. You know what I mean? You just can't. Yeah, next up, PSO2, Phantasy Star Online 2.
Yeah, that's a good point, though.
Developer online R&D. Publishers, Sega. Originally came out July 4th, 2012. Came out on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 4, and new this year, Nintendo Switch. In this MMORPG, players adventure with others to complete quests, collect items, and fight enemies in real-time action RPG combat. So yeah, I'm a huge Phantasy Star fanatic. It's one of the few franchises I'm a fanatic about. And so, you know, getting a PC this year, I was like, I have to do it. And I went through the dark webs and went deep into the jungle and figured out how to get a Japanese Sega account so I could download the Japanese PlayStation.
Oh, that's just so much work.
Phantasy Star
So
Online
much work.
2 copy.
So much work.
And eventually, after doing all that, you know, it was worth it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, you've been wanting to play this game for years.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play this game for years.
There was just like no chance to play it.
So yeah, knowing that it would finally just giving up and realizing it will never come to America, I just decided I'm gonna go deep into it. And yeah, it's really fun. It has a lot of the classic feels of the original Phantasy Stars. My only complaint, there's some few complaints, but you know, it's just nothing's ever gonna be like the original OGs. Like, I don't know, some of the spells aren't as strong, which made me mad. There's like a new cheating hero class, which made me mad. Everyone's like 5 years ahead of me, but you know, that's standard on MMO, so it's really whatever. But I don't know. I play this game. You know, I could easily keep playing this game forever, and probably will continue. And yeah, I'm happy to be back on it. But you know, just little things that made the other ones really fun, they're not in this one. Obviously, being in Japanese, I have no idea what's going on in the story, even when I try to figure out what's going on in the story. But you know, other than that, it has some very unique things too. Like, it has like a lot of weird boosts you can get, and then they have like these like merging of party missions. So there'll be like a dungeon, right? And normally, you know, dungeons are like 5 people or something or whatever. But then they'll have like emergency event or something, and now this dungeon that normally is 5 people is now like 20 people, and it's like multiple parties all, you know, they're almost like raid styles, but they're still easily doable. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put extra work in, but you know, now that you have 20 people, they're super easy.
Sounds kind of cool.
And
That's
you know, they
fun.
always, you know, everyone, you know, once that happens at like 7 o'clock, everyone's going to do it. It's not like hard to get a party up or nothing. You know, there's no weird puzzle like Destiny will have or something impossible to solve or something stupid. It's doable, and you know, it's basically like a daily thing that everybody does. But you party up with a bunch of people daily. And then like the funniest thing that I was playing this game super late, like 2 a.m. or something, and the craziest thing I ever seen was randomly there was like an event. It popped up on the screen. It's like, go to this lobby to see a concert.
Green circle. I'm missing the whole
And I was
concert.
like, what are you guys talking about?
Came here.
And then I go over there, and
There
then
we
yo,
go.
there was literally a Persona concert in the game.
Got in.
And you go there, and then you watch this random weird concert, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then after that, you get a boost. You get a rare item boost and an experience boost, and you're like, oh, snaps, that was hella worth it. So, yeah, that was dope. You know, this really fun little unique events they have in the game. The costumes are really dope in this game. You know, the only problem is it's only, you know, so basically you can get an English patch to the Japanese game, and that's the only way to play it, right? And then there's one server that has a bunch of English players, and that's what everyone plays. That's the, you know, the only downside is, you know, just some of the Japanese struggles. But other than that, you know, I can probably keep playing this game forever because it's a standard addicting MMO where you're always trying to look fresh and continue to do the same 5 missions. So, you know, classic. Okay, next up we have is Red Dead 2.
Red Dead.
Developers Rockstar Studios, publisher Rockstar Games. Came out October 26, 2018 on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Presented in first person and third person. The player may freely roam in its interactive open world. Gameplay elements include shootouts, heists, hunting, horseback riding, interacting with any NPC, and maintaining the character's honor rating through moral choices and deeds. So yeah, it's this a standard Wild Wild West game. Standard, like, yeah, you know, standard. We get Wild Wild West games every year.
Yeah.
You know, it's so basic.
Since the last one.
Since the last Wild Wild West game.
Whatever that was.
No, it's a big open world Rockstar game. I guess that would be the standard part. But you know, it's just you play as Wild West, Red Dead 1, the previous game we had before, and you know, you're trying to progress through the story. Has the GTA elements. You go to the missions and do all that. And yeah, it is really nice. I really do like this game. You know, of course, you know, me and Rob's biggest complaint, or at least you know, one of our biggest complaints in these open world games is they're too open world sometimes. But other than that, you know, we liked the story. The story's been great from what I've seen. It's still a lot for me to progress through because, you know, this is a big game to finish. But I've enjoyed it a lot. I understand why it got Game of the Year and stuff. What some would call it. It'd be interesting if we played those 2 PlayStation exclusives, God of War and Spider-Man, and if we could compare between those 3 what we really felt for Game of the Year was. But honestly, you know, this is a great game we played, and I think I really enjoyed it. Continue to keep playing it. I'm hoping to beat this eventually. You know, it's great to be Wild Wild West and getting the fast Lambo horse. Obviously, the biggest drawbacks that you've been hearing about is the online mode. I have not touched the online mode at all. What are your thoughts on this so far, seeing it? You haven't played a lot of this. I gotta let you play some of this.
So, I'm pretty sure all I did was just watch you play.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looked great, especially when you found out you could do first-person mode.
Oh yeah, that is an amazing thing about this game. Is having first-person mode. I really appreciate that Rockstar is just doing that like always now.
Like changing the perspective just changes like the whole game.
Especially because I know Rob has seen a lot of this on Twitch already from other people, and we've not seen nobody use first-person mode.
Yeah, definitely don't.
And it's not even that bad, honestly. It's a really good, like, you know, normally they'll have both modes, and the first-person mode would be terrible. This first-person mode is not nearly as terrible as we've seen in the past. But yeah, I really enjoy it. But yeah, man, I definitely gotta get you on this game some more. It's very addicting, you know. And you know, the coolest thing is this, you know, feeding your horse, petting
Yeah,
your
there's
horse,
just so
taking
many
care of your horse.
I guess people said there's just so
Oh,
many random details and
This
stuff.
is a terrible moment we're watching. I think this is when I get jumped by the grizzly bear.
What do you mean? That's like the best part.
Yeah. This is hilarious. Yeah, man, we definitely enjoyed it. And yeah, like, there's a lot of just fun, random things that happen in the game. And yeah, you just going through the regular story. Like, honestly, I haven't done a lot of like the random occurrences, and I heard a lot of cool things happen in those times. But mostly, I just was booking it through the story, and I was still having plenty of fun. But yeah, man. And then the last game I played towards the end of the year is another VR game, and this was Pokerstars of Vr. Now, this game came out, developer and publisher, Lucky VR Inc., the Stars Group Inc. for the publisher, and it came out November 8th, 2018 on Microsoft Windows. Combination of live and online poker and a truly immersive VR experience is what they would say. And yeah, so this is just a fun VR poker game. So it sounds kind of like, come on now, this VR poker, that sounds hella weak. Now, if you like poker, that sounds plenty fun by itself, VR poker. But even if you don't like poker, there are some fun things in this game. There's like weird random items you can buy, and you can sit there at the table and smoke a cigar, drink some alcohol, drink some wine, whatever, throw stuff at someone else playing, shoot at someone else playing.
all the funny things you wish you could do.
Yeah, that's what me and Rob I played this first, and I was like, yo, Rob, I've been playing VR poker. This has been like my crack. It's like so good. And then Rob's like, oh, that sounds cool, whatever. And then I'm like, no, Rob, you have to try this. And then he tries, and he's like, oh, that's cool, poker, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, wait, Rob, let me show you the other parts. And he tried out these other parts, and man, like, it's the clowning parts are what makes this game really fun. Just being able to pull out random stuff. What they did with this game is, they took the regular VR poker part, which is good. And then they also took the fun VR stuff, which is weird random objects, and smashed them together and was like, this is our game. And yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. My biggest complaint on this game, honestly, is there hasn't been a tournament mode, at least since I've been playing. They might have come out with one recently in the update. I have no idea. But from when I was last playing, there was no tournament mode, and that was my biggest complaint. Like, I honestly am not that great at cash games. I don't really like when it's just, you sit there and whatever happens, happens. Tournament mode, at least everything matters more. But that's just my logic based on poker logic. As a VR game, it's a really good, fun VR game that's pretty fresh, and it's gaining a lot of popularity on Steam if you haven't checked it out yet. And this one you definitely have to play in VR, which is the only that's another downside I would say. It'd be great if there was a desktop mode, because like I said, every great VR game has both modes playable, which is desktop or regular and VR. But yeah, man, amazingly hilarious poker game that you can never see coming.
Yeah.
And we played a lot of poker video games before, and nothing compares to this.
Yeah, this is definitely the funnest one, easily. Because you can see everybody's avatar. You're just looking around, and then like when I was playing for a little bit, like you could get a pipe and you're just smoking a pipe, and then you could buy fake drinks and pretend you're drinking, pouring champagne on yourself. In the virtual, you could throw loads of cash. It's just hilarious, man.
It's a great, fun little game to play, whether you like poker or you don't like poker. It's a great game to play. And yeah, those are our top games from 2018 that we played. If you guys enjoyed that little fun discussion me and Rob had, just talking about what we think and what we liked from last year. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on YouTube, and watch me on Twitch. Watch me and Rob play this on Twitch, man. We play this all the time, every day for you guys. We be waiting for you guys to watch us be great. And if you want to see some new hype in 2019, you got to go there. But yeah, Rob, you have any other hype you think going on? We are here at the end of January. We are hyped to play the new Resident Evil.
Yeah, I guess Resident Evil.
Any other games you think are coming out that you hyped for?
What else comes out soon? I know
We got
besides, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts hype.
But these,
Honestly, this Anthem comes out. People are hyped about that.
does that come out next month or?
Yeah, it comes out next month.
Yeah.
I don't know how hyped I am about
Yeah,
that.
still haven't seen much on that game, but it's, it's, after their last game, it's hard to be sold on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, people are hyped about it. I don't see it doing anything. But people are hyped. Oh, Jump Force.
Oh,
I'm hyped about Jump Force.
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry. That's going to be fun.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I think games for me, I don't see it right there, but like the next Metro Exodus game.
Metro Exodus. Okay.
And that looks good because I think it's going to be like, I don't know if it's like open world, but I'm definitely excited for that. Oh, it's right there. What else is there?
And then, there's Dead or Alive 6.
Is there a live
That
6?
no one's hyped for. I don't even know why it's coming out. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Cyberpunk. Everybody's hyped about that.
Oh yeah.
No date or anything, but
Who knows when that comes out?
but that's everybody's hyped about that.
Oh, and if there's a zombie game that's gonna come out, I don't see it there either. But it's the new World War Z one.
Oh, there's a World War Z game,
Yeah, cause it has all the crazy zombies running on top of each other.
and they run fast.
Yeah, it looks, and it's 4-player co-op and all that, Left 4 Dead style.
Okay.
And that looks great.
Oh yeah, forget that. Left
the-
4 Dead zombies run fast.
Yeah, cause what game did they have? They had the Overkill's The Walking Dead. That one was, I don't know, not that fun to watch. Seemed pretty slow and all that, but the World War Z one, that one looks great though. Can't wait to see people play that.
But yeah, I mean, those are all console games. I don't even know for PC, man. I don't even know what happens in PC world. So, whatever I find that I think looks fresh, I'm hyped about that too. I'm pretty always knowing what's going on console. Of course, we gotta wait for E3 for the real hype, because right now there's no hype. I don't like what Crackdown 3. I don't care about Crackdown.
There's a few games coming. Oh wait, Metro Exodus does come out next month. Okay, that's kind of cool.
And then yeah.
But I mean,
Next month is Anthem and Jump Force. I think those are the biggest games for me.
Metro Exodus for me, man.
And I don't even care about Anthem. I don't even think I'll pick up Anthem. I might just watch it. I gotta watch gameplay on that because I don't even know what I want to do in that game. I heard a lot of gameplay videos have been coming out. Have you seen any?
No, I haven't seen anything since last year.
Normally my logic is don't watch the trailer. But I don't care about that game. So I gotta see if I can care about it. If I watch the trailer, will I eventually care about it?
All we know is you fly around like Iron Man.
Yeah, that's all I know. Like, I really
That's
don't
it.
care about that game. So yeah, I'm very curious if we watch the trailer and it looks any fresher.
Yeah, but
yeah, RE2.
RE2 coming up, man.
That's gonna be probably our next hype.
Yeah, we'll be
Hopefully I'll get this out before then. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, and then someday stay tuned for the 2019.
2019 new list. 2019
Top 19 of 2019.
top 19 of 2019.
Yeah,
Anyways,
right.
I'll see you guys later. Peace.